Target Family Night. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Executive Director of Fresh, Goldie Dean.
Good evening. Such a beautiful crowd. I'm so excited that you're here to join us for the 12th annual DC Hip Hop Theater Festival, and particularly for Rhyme Time. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. It's my pleasure to introduce the Artistic Director of the Hip Hop Theater Festival, Miss Camila Forbes.
How's everybody feeling? Yeah? Oh, come on, we could do better than that. How's everybody feeling? All right, that's what I'm talking about. You know what, it's such an honor, again, to be here with the Hip Hop Theater Festival. This is our 12th year in Washington, D.C., so give it up for 12 years. Yeah. Where we've been curating art from live theater performance, dance theater, music, film, and the visual arts, celebrating hip-hop culture for 12 years. And what's really exciting about today is today's the first day of a full week of events. Many of the events are free. Yes, I'll say it again, free. So I just want to make sure that before you leave here, you can pick up one of these great pamphlets, which are at the back table right back there. Crystal's waving her hand, just so that you know everything that's happening in Washington, D.C., with a big thanks to the D.C. Commission on the Arts and Humanities, as well as a bunch of other partners. But what's great also about today is that this is a family event for the kids, and I see so many young people out here. Are y'all ready to have a good time? Yeah? All right. Oh, I love it. Yes, you are in it. I love it. So, Goldie, tell us what's going to happen today.
Gladly. So I'm super excited because you're here for Rhyme Time. And Rhyme Time is a very intentional educational experience in hip hop. I'll be honest with you, I fell in love with hip hop when I was 6 years old. So raise your hand if you're 6 years old or younger. All right, everybody give a big round of applause for everybody who's 6 and under. Because that means you're going to be that much more powerful. Now raise your hand up tall if you're over 6 years old. Okay. Well, I fell in love with hip hop when I was 6 years old because there was something magical in the music, in the message, in the dance, in the instrumentation. Do any of you adults out there feel me? Do you remember when you were young and you heard rap music or you saw a break dancer for the first time? Scream if you hear me. Okay. And so, you know, we know hip hop is really popular nowadays, but we know that when you get it as a child, that it does something empowering for you. Hip hop is a culture that is developed by young people. The first DJ, guess how old he was? 16. The first DJ to invent the scratch, guess how old he was? 11 years old. So hip hop has this ability to really give young people an opportunity to express themselves and talk about their creativity, their ideas about the world, how they would shape the world if they wanted to. Curtis Blow, If I Ruled the World. And that's what Rhyme Time is about. So you're going to get an opportunity to make hip-hop. Are you ready to make hip-hop? No, see, a key part of hip-hop is reciprocity. That means what I give you, you give back to me. Now, a DJ knows a DJ's doing a good job because the crowd claps, screams, and says, yeah, that's my favorite song. So everybody let DJ Mama Africa know that she did a good job by showing love and clapping and cheering. Okay? Great job, DJ Mama Africa. She's one of the members of Fresh. Now, a breakdancer knows that they won the competition when they're dancing against another breakdancer because the people in the cypher, in the circle, cheer louder for that breakdancer. An MC knows that they've really moved a crowd because when they say, hey, the crowd says, oh. Right, you're with me. And graffiti artists know that they've painted a message that will change the world because nobody changes it. People see them and say, yo, I saw your message. Was that you? It's all about community. It's all about the village. And so now you get an opportunity to create hip hop. It's a very important moment. Parents, teachers, guardians, aunties, uncles, big sisters, big brothers, on your seat what you'll see is a resource guide. And the resource guide is written to help the learning continue past this experience. After you have this show, when Christylez comes out and blows your mind like I know he's gonna do, there are ways that you can continue using hip hop at home to teach. You can start ciphering when you're coming home from school. Instead of just having to report out what happened in your day, be creative and figure out a rap to talk about what happened in your day or to talk about what happened in your dream. Create your own font using shapes. That's kind of a beginning of developing a lexicon for graffiti, right? You can also just take old spaghetti jars and old forks and knives and make instrumentation and start beating on them. Yes, children, beat on the jars and on the plates and start making your music. There's so many ways that you can create hip-hop at home and how you can use hip-hop to create a learning environment at home. So now that I've said all that stuff, I feel like you guys are there with me. You're there with me? So when I say rhyme, you guys will say time. We have to bring Christylez Bacon out with love. I mean, this is a Grammy-nominated artist who's been everywhere, right? So when I say rhyme, you say rhyme, rhyme. Show some love and bring Christylez Bacon out.
Let's hear it underwater. Yo. Good evening, y'all. It is a pleasure to be performing out here with y'all. My name is Christylez Bacon, as my good friend Goldie said. So, how many of y'all know what this is called? Yes, my friend. Beatboxing. Give him a hand. All right, there we go. So I have a lot of instruments up here with me on stage today, and this is all interactive, so, you know, if you know some answers, say them, right? So y'all know this instrument right here. This is the guitar. This is a trick question right here, but, you know. Oh, you know too? All right, what you got? Djembe. Golly, another hand. All right. My man knows some stuff. Just chill with him, all right, and you good. All right, so this is a djembe drum, right? And this drum comes from West Africa. So I have many instruments with me on stage, but of all these instruments, the first instrument I learned how to play comes from out of hip-hop culture, and it is this instrument, the human beatbox. I didn't always know I was doing the human beatbox, but I knew that there were some things I couldn't do as a kid, and those things were like really simple stuff. Now I'm pretty sure all of y'all could do like snap your fingers. You can snap your fingers. Snap them if you can. See? All them snaps right here. I couldn't snap my fingers. This is my snap, even with this mic. That's my snap. After 27 years, I discovered that I was snapping with the wrong finger. Now, there we go. I'm good to go now. Now I just look for excuses to snap my fingers. All right? And so that one right there was the first thing I couldn't do. The second thing I couldn't do, and I still can't do it to this day, is whistle. Y'all can whistle? Sounds like birds just all up in Kennedy Center right now. This is my whistle, even with a microphone. All right? You got to be extremely silent in order to hear my whistle. All right? Here we go. Y'all ready? It sounds like a cockroach blowing its nose. It's like nothing's happening right there, all right? So I still couldn't do that. But one thing I could do as a kid was these sounds right here. I just do it all the time. I wake up in the morning, go get me a bowl of cereal, trying to eat the cereal and beatbox because I love multitasking. And then, I had to stop doing that because, I began cereal on my little sister's face, and I didn't want that to happen. So, I had to do something different, right? So I would walk around the house, not eating this time, and going all over the place, just practicing these sounds. Now, my mom, she was just like DJ Mama Africa over here. She was a DJ. So my mom, she stopped me one time and played me a record. She played this record, right? Pulled out the old record. Y'all know what records are, kids? They're like Frisbees, all right? Big, dark Frisbees, and you could just throw them against walls. So she pulled out the old record, blew the dust off of it. And when she played this record, I heard these sounds. I was like, oh my goodness, what is that right there? And then I discovered that this was Dougie Fresh from New York City. Guy named Dougie Fresh. Amazing stuff. And then I learned that this was called beatboxing, exactly what I was doing. And I was surprised. I was like, you mean to tell me these same sounds I've been doing, waking up in the morning, getting me a bowl of cereal, and getting in my little sister's face, like that. These same sounds I've been doing is an instrument called the human beatbox, and I didn't even know it. So I started practicing these sounds. These sounds right here are just 3 sounds. There we go. Really, really fast. And when I started practicing that, I was able to get a rhythm just like Dougie Fresh from New York City. And after that, I had my first instrument. And I didn't stop there. I said maybe I could use this with different styles of music, right? So just like you have a drummer playing in any old band, maybe I could use my human beatbox as the drum to play on different songs. So I thought about just like a drum set. On the drum set, you have your kick drum, your bass drum right here, like that. You have your hi-hat right there. Then you have your snare. So I'm gonna switch up the sticks like that. Like that. And so, thank you so much. Maybe I could take it and play more than just hip-hop music. Maybe I could play some of the stuff that my grandma, my great-uncles, and my mom would listen to. A little bit of James Brown, a little bit of funk music. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it out. Some more James Brown. Thank you so much. But I don't know if it's right for us to be playing so much funk music in Kennedy Center, all right? So usually if I come to Kennedy Center, I see like some jazz or some classical music. I can't quite do classical music with the beatbox, but we could do a little jazz. Thank you. Now, those are all American styles of music. So now we're going to take you across a little bit. We're going to take you outside of North America. We're going to take you to South America and do a style of music that comes from Brazil called bossa nova. Thank you so much. So now we're going to mix all of these different things together and do a song together. See, I grew up here in Southeast D.C., so we have a style of music here in D.C. called go-go music. Well, go-go music, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Chuck Brown, the godfather of go-go, you know, came up with the whole concept of having this beat happening throughout a whole party and putting different songs on it, right? And so in go-go music, we have call and response. You can't just listen to go-go music on a Bose sound system and say, this is nice. You know, you got to become one with it, right? So I'm going to say something, and I need y'all to say something. I'm going to say it's the beatbox, because that's what this is, and then y'all say it's the beatbox, right? So let's do a test. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox. The human beatbox. See, I threw you a curveball. It's the human beatbox. All right, come on, let's do it. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox. The human beatbox. Now I could walk down the street and always have a drum with me. I play it at the shows and they say it sounds pretty. For some strange reason, not everybody can see it. I play it while I'm singing and I clean it while I'm grieving. Got a sound like, and a sound like, if you put them both together, then it's. It took a lot of practice and it started as a hobby. And now I got 20 different drums in my body. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox. The human beatbox. Now I can make people groove cause it sounds so smooth with them. And then bring it back as I bust a rap, and I can keep it going cause it's cool like that. The beatboxing started, let's say, in the 80s. People heard the sounds with the mouth and said that's crazy. And you can make the sounds with the letters in the alphabet like B's and P's and T's and other things from clock sounds and doorbell rings. You see the beatboxer uses all types of things. Now we can make it go fast or make it go slow. It's so versatile that we can make it do both. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox. The human beatbox. Now we all have a million drums that's inside our chest, but be careful when you use them, you can run out of breath. Now I can easily cough and throw the beatbox off, but mix the beat with the cough and the problem is solved. It's the beatbox. The human beatbox. Let's fade it out like an old school record. Thank y'all so much. Y'all give yourselves a hand for that one. Yeah. So how many people want to learn how to beatbox? Show of hands, all right? I'm going to put you on to a little something, all right? You know what I love about the beatbox? It doesn't cost any money. I'm sure your parents will love that too, all right? So it doesn't cost any money. All you have to do is just drink water and live, and you could just beatbox just forever, all right? All right, so look. The human beatbox, we use sounds from the letter of the alphabet to make our sounds happen all the time. So I'm going to teach y'all a little bit of human beatboxing, all right? So get your breath. All right, the first sound, when I'm doing for bass, all that is the sound that comes for the letter P, which is P. So let's all do that together. 1, 2, 3, P, 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 P. You on your own? All right, freeze. Now we're going to take that throw that away, and just use the air that comes from the lips when doing that sound. There you go. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All Now, you might want to stop real quick. Now, if you sitting like in front of an emerging human beatboxer, you might notice the back of your neck getting a little wet. That's because you need to install this bad boy right here, all right? This is your free human beatbox bit guard provided by, yourself and the Kennedy Center right here. With this, you could do your sounds with more confidence and keep your friends, while becoming a human beatboxer by not getting spit on them, all right? So here we go. We're going to do this with more confidence, even louder. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, freeze. First sound, that's the first sound. The second sound is that hi-hat sound. Those are two cymbals put together. When you hit them, it hit that sound that comes from the letter T. So y'all already got that. Let's do it together. Now, when those instruments are apart, they make a longer sound. With those two sounds, you could do a beat. It goes like this. And then my favorite, I call this one the fan. There you go, the long T sound, just put that hand right there. Now we have one more sound to make your human beatbox complete, all right? And so I like to call this sound the tick-tock of the clock, all right? So you gotta be really, really attentive for this one, all right? Here we go. There we go, all together. All right, now, we call it the tick-tock of the clock because if you change the space that your mouth makes, you get a deeper sound like this. Now, if anyone finds that difficult, don't confuse it with the hood pop. The hood pop is something that people use, urban conversation where they use this sound as a comma, in sentences. So this is different. The tongue is at the roof of the mouth and it goes down. There you go. Now, the tick-tock. Yeah, and if this show goes on longer than the union workers are supposed to be here, then they're going to be hitting this sound on me. And then you just get tired. Now, these are just sounds that will annoy your parents, right, and teachers. But when you put it together, then it becomes a human beatbox. We're going to use a special piece of equipment to make this human beatbox happen. This right here is the human beatbox crowd controlling device right here. It's a drum machine with 3 different drum pads. One of them, the second one, and the third one. And when I press it down, we all do a different sound together, all right? So the first one, we're going to give that P sound. Now the second one is going to be our T sound. The third one is going to be our clock. Now for the memory test. Pop quiz, the first one. Ah, great. The second one. And now the third. Second. First. All right, y'all caught on a little too quick. All right, this is making me feel bad. It took me so many years to develop this skill. All right, so here we go. We're going to put this together. Get your breath. Get your throat ready. There we go. All right, now, straight face. Getting faster. One hand. No hands. You on your own. Yo, good God. Thank y'all so much, yo. That was so great. Now, salute your neighbors. You are now official human beatboxers. Use your power for the greater good of humanity and not to annoy your parents and teachers, all right? So time and place for beatboxing. So now this next piece, right, is one of the reasons why I love hip-hop. In hip-hop, we have what's called a remix. Who could tell me what a remix is? What is a remix, my friend? Huh? It says different? My friend does have right. It's different. So we're going to take some different things, definitely use that. Yes, my friend. So my man said when you get the original, you add a little twist to it, man. My man get the golden star. Yo, there we go. My man is hip to the game, right? So we're going to have to give you some prizes out here, man. Thank y'all so much for great answers. So, yeah, when you take the original, you put a twist to it. Y'all all know the story of Humpty Dumpty, don't y'all? So we got to make sure, because we might grow up, knowing two different tales of Humpty Dumpty. It's like Santa Claus, and they have Santa Claus name in different languages, all right? So we got to make sure we know the same Humpty Dumpty joint, all right? So finish the nursery rhyme for me. Humpty Dumpty sat on a, Humpty Dumpty had a great, all the kings, and all the kings couldn't put Humpty. Sad story. So what I love about hip-hop is I can remix anything that I hear, anything that I read. So I could take a story, and just like you could take a story, y'all could take any story that you hear and write your own version of it. See, my version of Humpty Dumpty is a rhyme. My version of Humpty Dumpty has a West African djembe drum. But see, this West African djembe drum is going to do something different. This is what you'll usually hear, right? Something like this. Now, this rhythm isn't really native to me as a native Washingtonian. The native rhythm to me is go-go. My version requires y'all to say Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Now, Humpty Dumpty was standing on the wall with his legs swinging back and forth because he wasn't very tall. He was an egg with a couple of legs. The only guy I know whose stomach was right next to his head. He liked to sit on the edge of the wall every afternoon waiting for the butter stick. He always chilled after school. Now, I say chill because it was one of her rules because the butter stick could melt, so he had to play it cool. Say Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Say Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Now, but this time he had work to do, so his mother said, you better come home right after school. He heard his mom talking in the back of his mind and decided to say, work away, I'll be just fine. Then his friend Lady Butterstick walked outside, took 5 minutes climbing the wall just to say hi. The egg and the Butterstick loved to dance the hip-hop, so instead of speaking English, they started speaking in beatbox. Say Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, louder Humpty Dumpty, saw Humpty Dumpty. Now the sun went down and all the schools were closed. The egg checked his time on his cellular phone. His mom got off at 5 from work, so he said no, cause it was 8:45. He supposed to been back home, so Humpty Dumpty got hot. Your boy started sweating, cause he broke a root and he was gonna learn a lesson. He turned to his left and said, where's Lady Butterstick? But Butterstick's a Butterstick, so all the butter melt into a puddle. The kid's in deep trouble. He turned to his right and slipped and said, uh-oh. He fell off the wall and hit the ground. The Butterstick was melted down and nobody's around. They screamed, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Now there were no king horses and there were no men, so your boy Humpty Dumpty got scrambled in the end. Thank you. So while I have the djembe in my hands, I'm gonna do another song right here. So this song right here isn't quite a remix. It's unfortunately based on a true story. All right, so this one, how many of y'all know what a bowl cut is? Yes. So for those who don't know, God bless your soul, all right? Because you ain't got to go through what I went through, all right? And that's cool. All right? So a bowl cut is when you put a bowl in your hair and you cut off all the hair on the sides and with your left whip bow. That's a bowl cut. All right? So me and my older brother, we were constant bowl cut recipients in elementary school. We always knew when it was time for us to get our hair cut in elementary school because we live right across the street from our elementary school, right? And so you dap up all your homies, and you're like, yeah, man, I'll see you tomorrow. And then you look across the street, you see that chair, and then you're sitting there with an afro on this side, and then your hair cut really short on this side before asymmetrical haircuts were in fashion. And so that was crazy. And then my mom got this grand idea to take a bowl, right? A bowl, an old Cuba bowl, and turn it upside down. When you turn these bowls upside down, they all become a haircutting apparatus. She puts it on your head, take those dollar store clippers, and then cuts off all the hair on the sides that isn't hidden by the bowl. Now, if you have straight hair that falls, right, and you cock the bowl to the side and then you cut it, right, you take the bowl off your head, you get that like Justin Bieber asymmetrical bang look right there. But see, if you have hair like this that sticks together at all costs, when you take that bowl off your hair, it looks like an atomic bomb just went. And that big old mushroom cloud from a blast, that right there, see, my friend doesn't like the bowl cut either. I feel you. All right? And so this big blast, that's your hair, and it stays like that for the rest of the month until the rest of your hair grows back, and even then you like an exclamation mark. So it's no good, my friends. So you go to school next day, right, with this bowl cut, and before we even get to leave the crib, mom has a Heisman-like maneuver where she has Vaseline on the face, bop, and it goes on your face, right? It's supposed to keep our face moisturized, but the only thing it was really good for was taking mosquitoes and flies and freezing them in time on our face like amber. And so we got to school looking like mushrooms, and like we were just working at the Jiffy Lube on cars. And then cats there were like, oh, my man got the bowl cut. And then they slap you on the back of your head. And they say, oh, my man got the bowl cut. And then everyone said something about it. So I wrote this song to heal from the pains and troubles of the bowl cut. So what you're going to do, all you have to do is say, he got the bowl cut, just like those vicious pack of kids in school. All right? So I'm going to say different things. You say, he got the bowl cut. All right? I got the bowl cut. He got the bowl cut. When the cash is low, he got the bowl cut. And your pops ain't home, he got the bowl cut. I got the bowl cut. I got the bowl cut. When the cash is low, moms ain't feeling the fro. I got the bowl cut. Now back in 1995, a brother was never fly when I came home from school and saw that chair outside. Boom box in the window, clippers on the side. That's when mom decides that it's haircut time. That's how it is. You broke and your pops ain't there, so your mom volunteers to save money and cut your hair. You wish you could hit up the barber shop with your friends instead of moms leaving these patches behind my ears. The middle of the month we be scraping for paper, dreaming we had to fade all the temple tapers. The fresh haircuts, feeling flying to school cause the shape was precise like they did it with a ruler. But back on the south side, chair sitting outside, mom got them clippers hot, and I'm like, why? She cut my hair low, said you're good to go, then shaped up the sides with a cool whip bow. I got the bowl cut. When the cash is low, and your pops ain't home, I got the bowl cut. I went to school the next day and people thought I went bald. Then they took my head off. Then they was like, yo, looking like Toad from Mario Kart, my neck cold. I laced it with some Miracle Grow. Now everybody got jokes at my school, baby hope. Fellas do the most, smack your head, then they ghost. Girls see your head, then they laugh or they bolt. Teachers put you on the spot, then you get roast. I don't even say nothing, I just fade to the back. Rocking all black like they're the techies in between the acts. But when I got home, it's like a whole nother world. My mom said, betcha you was getting them girls, yeah, getting them girls a laugh when I step in their path. I wish I could put my entire head in the cast. My mom said, Chris, you shouldn't worry about that. Man, I'm eating vegetables until my hair grow back. I got the bowl cut. When the cash is low, moms ain't feeling the fro. I got the bowl cut. They said I got the bowl cut. Ho, up, fade on the side, the top looks like a donut. You know what it is after school when you roll up. Mom got them clippers, next day he didn't show up. Try to style it up, ask moms to put the part on the lower left side. Now it look like Noah's Ark. Now cats laughing at your boy, reaching for their Kodaks. Cause the next day I came to school with the Kojak. Vaseline on it, you can see the sheen on it. Kids say it looked like Mr. Clean, don't it? The next month came, I tried to hide my mom's clippers. She came out of the crib with some kindergarten scissors and cut off the sides. Your boy's outside with a Land O'Lakes bowl on my head and I can't hide. My mom said, I'm gonna hook you up this time. Then on the back of my neck, she drew the Nike sign. I got the bowl cut. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to another instrument that I like playing. Another thing that I like about hip hop, remixing, right? You take a different record and you mix it in with another one to make a kind of new and original sound. In this case, I like taking different things from different cultures and mixing it up to create a new sound. And so, just like hip hop is folk music. It's of the people, and we make something out of nothing. So if you don't have the means of creating music, if you can't buy a trumpet, you know, you somehow make a trumpet happen. Maybe you can mimic a trumpet with your mouth. In my case, didn't have the drum, so they made the drums. So another very hip-hop thing happening way back in the day is people making music just out of whatever they had around them. So I play a special instrument. See, I didn't see this up on stage. So these are the spoons, my friends, a really special set of spoons right here. I have them welded together right there. So, you know, I don't show up at Kennedy Center and be like, oh, where's my other spoon? Oh, yeah, I used it on that bowl of cereal this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I got them welded together right here. And the spoons comes from old folk culture, right? So think back in the day, right? Someone's sitting on the porch, right? Two people. One of them is playing the banjo or the guitar and just making up some stuff or playing their favorite song. The other person is like, this thing needs a beat. So before there were human beatboxers, the Dougie Freshes in the world, a person just said, I'm going to roll in the kitchen. So they went into the kitchen. And instead of getting like the pots and pans and banging on those things like I would have done, they got two spoons out of the cupboard, put them between their fingers, right here and right here, hit their leg, hit the hand, and started making music with the spoons. There you go. So the old spoons, right? And so I learned how to play this instrument right here, collaborating and doing an album with my friends Kathy Fink and Marcy Mark. So we did an album called Banjo to Beatbox, which is available online if you want to listen in for your purchase and pleasure right here. And we started playing spoons and mixing these things together. So I learned that from listening to folk music and bringing it all together. And I took that and mixed it in with what I know, with beatboxing, djembe, guitar, and all these styles of music, and came up with my own way of playing the old school spoons. So this is my take on the new school spoons, a remix, as my friend would say. Here we go. Thank you so much. So that right there took me a whole lot of time to learn, right? And so I wanted to mix something different with it, right? I said, why don't I take it a step further? I need a drummer to play in my band, but, you know, see, my friend is willing, but this is like back in the day, right? So I ain't had nobody to play no drums with me, all right? So, you know, my brother and my sister ain't gonna play no drums while I play the spoons, you know, because our family ain't like the Jackson 5 or anything like that, you know. I'm the only one making beats. So I said, would it be possible to be my own drummer and use this instrument? What's that called? There we go, the human beatbox. So maybe I could beatbox and be my own drummer and play the spoons at the same time. First, we gotta turn up our human beatbox. Now that right there is too slow. Thank you so much. But that's too slow, you know what I'm saying? We over here at the Kennedy Center, this is for Hip Hop Theater Festival, so I can't just play the spoons regular for y'all. So when I practice at home, I practice twice as fast, right? And so like my old third grade teacher, Miss Mitchell, always told me, practice makes perfect, right? So you gotta practice, and I practice all the time playing spoons twice as fast. So I'm gonna play for y'all twice as fast, right? Spoons ready? Beatbox ready? This is regular, twice as fast. Thank y'all. Spoons. Thank y'all very much. So, a lot of what was happening, we call freestyle. And there's another word for freestyling. Who knows it? It starts with an I, and it's an extremely long word. All right, so if you get this word, you get 10 Kool-Aid points from Christylez, all right? If you know what that is. All right, what is it? Good God. Woo! I'm amazed. All right, so we had this happening in hip-hop music. When I was doing this on the spoons, I was improvising, making it all up as I go, on the spot. We do this in hip-hop all the time. We call it freestyling. And with freestyle, we use our words to improvise. That's the instrument. And because we're using our words, we can't just say snake, rattle, pistachio chair, camera, and then everyone's like, oh my God, that's the best thing I ever heard. We can't do that because it doesn't make any sense. Like, what am I saying? So I have to talk to y'all and communicate something with y'all. And so we have to do that and make sure that every last word at the end of a sentence rhymes with the next. So that's a skill that we do when we rhyme, and it's called freestyling or improvisation. All right? So what we're going to do is a little game that I started doing when I got in high school. I started freestyling when I was in 7th grade. By the time I got to high school, I wanted to create another game to make sure I was practicing, right? Because practice makes perfect. And so I created a game called the Hip Hop Freestyle Olympics. With the Hip Hop Freestyle Olympics, I take 10 random words from my good people in the audience that don't rhyme with each other, and then gotta make them rhyme and make sense somehow. Improvising or freestyling. This is how we're gonna do it. You raise your hand like school. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have Goldie Dean over here representing Fresh. She has the mic in the crowd. She's gonna find you. Raise your hand like school. She's gonna find you. You say the word into the mic, I write it down, use it in the freestyle, and make it rhyme, just like I did right now. All right, Goldie, what you got?
We're gonna start right here.
All right.
So you wanna stand up and tell me your word, okay? Say it into the mic, loud and proud.
Tub.
Tub.
Tub, there we go.
Tub. All right, who else? I'm gonna get
Fresh
some
and
in the
so
front
clean.
and some in the back. Let's see. You wanna stand up and tell me your word?
Dog.
Dog.
There we go.
Earth, earth. Let me see. This is my
Was that a
cardio for
beatbox
the day.
sound?
All right, what's your word?
Tub.
Let's do another one. Can you figure out what color is your shirt?
It's so hot out here, everyone just
Yellow.
wants to take a shower.
Yellow. We got yellow.
Yellow.
All right, anybody in the back? Okay.
Who needs P90X right here? Just run through the crowd
Exponential.
and get your words.
Wait. What was your word? It was great. Say it again.
Exponential.
Exponential.
Good God.
I hope you know how to spell that, because I
No, I don't. But it's
All
cool.
right. I'm going to go all the way back here. What's your word?
Princess.
Princess. How many words do you have so far, Chris?
We have 5.
5. All right, we got 5 more. All right. What's your word?
Flower.
Flower.
We have flower.
All right, let me go to this side.
Okay, we have it going all the way over here.
What's your word?
Television.
Television.
Television. All right.
I'm not young like I used to be.
You're pretty fast, though. I mean, it's amazing. All
All right, I'm coming all the way to the front now.
right.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't get someone from over here. What's your word?
Swag.
Swag.
Oh, yes.
Great word. All right. Oh, I see a hand down front. How many words do we have so far?
We have 8. We need
So we
2
got
more.
2 more. What's your word?
Gaga.
Gecko.
Gecko?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My man's trying to get his car insurance on. See that gecko?
What's your word?
Tree.
Tree.
Oh, we have tree. Those
Okay.
are 10 words. Goldie,
Yes.
for running around like that, you got to give me a word. Give me something crazy that you would never hear in a hip-hop song in your life.
Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Ooh. I would say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Remind me never to ask her to do that again. All right? Good God. All right, here we go. I'm just going to write super cow and then put a dot right there to abbreviate it. My mind would know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Oh, God. Man. All right. Now, before I do this, what I say about beatboxing, you got to live and drink a lot of water. There we go. And then possibly use your bottle as an instrument. There we go. There we go right there. That's called water bottle blues. All right. Now, we have 11 words. 11 words, all right, that y'all gave me out of nowhere. Couldn't make this up. Couldn't plan this in advance. All right. And my friend over here in the front, because you asked us so many questions, you got to give me a word. Good God. Yo, why do I do this? All right, here we go. Now, define that for me. What is sycophancy? What is that, yo? Youngest is in the cut like, pfft. And I'm just like, share the knowledge, you know? A sycophants? It's a what? A brown noser? Huh. They must be messing with finger paints. God, crazy. So we have all that, we have 12 now. 12, this is gonna be crazy, all right? I'ma say all 12 words for y'all so y'all can know them when y'all hear them, all right? Because it might go by a little quick. And this is going to be our last song here for the evening, the song that we all make up together and on the spot, all right? So thank y'all so much for coming out here and being out here and becoming a part of hip-hop, y'all. It's been a pleasure. And if you want to take some bowl cut madness and it's the beatbox action home with you, I do have CDs back there for 10 American dollars. All right, so here we go. The first word is tube. Then we have dog. Then we have yellow. Exponential. Crazy. Then we have princess. Flower. Television. Good God. Swag. Can't read my handwriting. What does that say? Gecko. I gotta work on writing them G's. There we go. All right, so we have gecko. Thank you. Great memory, y'all. All right, then we have tree. And that last really long word, supercalif. All right, I'm going to point to y'all, and I need y'all to say that, all right? Because I'm going to need to catch my breath in saying other sentences and then saying that word. All right, here we go. So I'm going to point to y'all, and y'all got to say it, all right? Remember. All right, it's like James Brown. You got to be ready. Here we go. Supercalif. All right, it might come crazy. Supercalif. Remember that. All right, here we go. And then we have sickle fancy. Good God. All right, here we go. Yeah. So all 12 of your words, freestyle on the spot while making up something on the West African djembe drum to improvise or freestyle over at the same time. So the mind's going to be doing 4 to 5 different things simultaneously. Another crazy word. So pray for me. All right. All these big words, I should have been to school instead of being home playing with a tube of toothpaste. When I come off, I got music to make, so I gotta bake. Take all these words that I got on the list, scratch them all out, and then that will be it. This is how we go, yo. We having like a ball, we having a ball. I might bark like a dog. That's how I get down, yo. You rocking with Christylez. I might use the as the beatbox sound and make the beat work all together. This is how we do every day, even in the bad weather. When it's raining outside with the fellows, chilling over here, and the drum is kind of yellow. That's because it's kind of this color. Over here rapping with Christylez, the brother, holding it down with the freestyle now. Taking all the words and we passing it around. This how we go with the principles. Make it all increase like exponential growth coming through. Make it sound dope. Stop. Gotta clear the throat like DJ Cool, and he coming from D.C. Hip hop, the beat be off the wall like graffiti. When we do this, what mad power? Rhyming for an hour, make it sweet like a flower. Never run forward, soda unlike a coward. This is how I go with the freestyle. I'm messing up my bag. I bring it back cause I got a lot of swag. Like my friend said, and she's sitting on the steps, doing it like this too. I got nothing left. Freestyle coming off like a MC in the place to be. 6'3", tall like a tree. That's the word that you had to give me. Mix it all together, I bet you couldn't believe. Holding it down nonetheless. A brother blessed, might flex. Looking in the back at the princess, doing the thing, and she gave me the word. Now I'm gonna flip it on the own accord, banging on the djembe drum till my hands turn numb. I'ma stop and give the djembe some. I say, oh yeah. Say, all right. I say, oh yeah. All right. This is how we respond, and you gotta listen. We do this on the spot because it's not television. Okay, maybe you might be doing this out loud if you're watching this online because they stream this joint on the spot. This is how you go and see Christylez rocking like this because I don't boast with this. I'm super calif. That's how we go with it. Gave it to y'all, but y'all ain't even noticing it. But y'all catch the joint at the last, taking all the words and we knock it out the path. This is how we hold it down in the place to be. Messing with finger paint, sickle fancy. That's how we make the whole thing work. Christylez going like an expert, banging on the drum when we rock this way. Banging on the drum and it's called djembe. Like the friend gave me, holding it down, knocking all the words out with the freestyle. Rhyming from Monday to Sunday to January in December at the Kennedy Center. Up in the summer and it is July. And this is the end of the freestyle round. Say, oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. My name is Christylez Bacon. Travel home safe tonight. Thank you. Thank y'all very much. Enjoy the rest of the Hip Hop Theater Festival festivities throughout the week. I will be back to here signing CDs and programs for all of y'all. Thank y'all so much.